Thank you so much for that very kind introduction. I'm so grateful to be standing here before you to speak on a momentous occasion. Let me first acknowledge our distinguished police officials, ambassadors from other countries, Dad's hard-working staff, and everyone who graced us with their presence today. Our families traveled from everywhere to be here today, and indeed, your presence has made tonight a special one. Each of you played a role in my dad's personal and professional life, and we are grateful to have this luxury of gathering, especially after the pandemic. I delivered the testimonial speech just a week ago at the Philippine National Police Academy, so bear with me if I'm repeating my stories, but I won't be giving my dad justice if I didn't retell these stories. I wear several hats. I'm both a practicing lawyer in Melbourne as well as a registered nurse in psychiatry. It also happens that I'm General Davina's daughter. Out of the three, I think the last one is the hardest. That was a joke in case you didn't realize. What I mean is, it is so nerve-wracking to summarize in 5 minutes what my dad's life of 38 years in the PNP has been, but I will try my best. I never really knew what my dad did for a living, except that he is a police or was a police officer. At one point, I thought he was in admin and worked a desk job because I never saw him in uniform at home. He also never spoke about the cases that he worked on. Not until recently, until I saw this audio-visual presentation that you were shown earlier, did I realize that he's a real policeman. And he enjoyed fieldwork, surprisingly. I can say that the last 2 weeks has been life-changing for me and my siblings. We were so sheltered that we were shocked to see a convoy of police officers traveling around us for Dad's sentimental journey. Because I know so little about Dad's work, I'll just focus on how Dad is as a dad. I'll start with my earliest memories as a child. It was always just me and my sister Zoe and Mom at home most of the time. From time to time, this stranger would come home, who we had to call Dad. He always watched sports on TV, so it disrupted our routine watching cartoons. Zoe and I used to be very scared of this strange man, and we avoided sitting in the living room when he was home. Then we grew up and we realized that Mom was scarier. Kidding aside, the rare moments we shared with Dad were filled with deep talks about life and our future. He shared pearls of wisdom, and this is evident in how I turned out and my siblings turned out as adults. Dad's teachings were inculcated in us in little things, the atomic habits, as well as the bigger perspective. Growing up, we used to pick on Dad because he acted like a police officer even at home. For example, when we went on holidays, he would ask us to scan the room to do a final check in case we left anything. He also loved bullet points and lists. Dad emphasized the importance of being street smart on top of book smart. As a kid, he would send me to the counter to order Jollibee for everyone. I hated that because I was a shy kid. Looking back now though, that was good training for self-sufficiency as a child. Dad was also my first mentor for public speaking. In fact, he wrote my salutatory address when I was in primary school. I rehearsed in front of him several times until my delivery was acceptable. As you can see, the skill is still quite handy even to this day. After high school, we left Pangasinan to attend college in Manila. Our relationship with Dad shifted again as he then became our main career coach. He suggested we enrolled in nursing, which was the hype at the time, and it annoyed me, but looking back, that was the best decision I've ever made. In fact, I excelled so much that I landed magna cum laude and class valedictorian of Far Eastern University in 2011, and eventually awarded top notcher at 7th place at the nurse's licensure examination of 2011. Dad, thank you. Dad was always ready to offer his wisdom and train us with budgeting and being money smart. Zoe and I had a monthly allowance, and from time to time we had to itemize our expenses and justify them. I'm guessing he used to do the same at work. Dad taught us early on the importance of money and the importance of not being wasteful. He would recount how, as a kid, he would have to make ends meet by selling ice drop in summer and candles in November for All Souls Day. It was not always transactional with Dad though. My fondest memory of Dad is when Zoe and I were in college and he would pick us up from España to take us to a spa. He would even squeeze in time for dim sims and shop out on the way home. This taught me the importance of rest. We then happily returned to studying after a good massage and a good feed. It was this rest and work routine that helped him keep me going when I had to write an essay for law school after working the whole day as a nurse. The discipline to aspire for excellence has always been in me and will probably never leave me. Dad wanted to launch us into the world with strong wings, like an eagle teaching his offsprings how to fly. And I must say, he launched us effectively. I can see myself in Ram and Zoe. We are all confident, well-adjusted individuals, and I'm very proud of my siblings. Up to now, I still think we scan the hotel room before leaving, and we have lists and bullet points for reminders. Dad shouldn't take all the credit though. He achieved a very successful career because of Mom, who was a primary homemaker. Mom managed the whole household on top of her full-time job as a dentist, so Dad could cope with the demands of being a police officer. This is a 24/7 job. His job never sleeps, or never slept. So, Mom and Dad, it is Dad who is retiring now, but this is symbolic for both of you. You are both now entering a new phase in your life. Enjoy it. You have adult kids with reasonable health. You have reasonable health and all the time in the world. People would trade to be in your places. Again, enjoy it and be happy. You'll probably have to rediscover your relationship because you'll be spending more time with each other now. Both of you will also have to rediscover your identities and confront the question of who you are as persons outside of your lifetime careers. So, to Mom and Dad, happy retirement and congratulations. I salute you both for your successes as individuals. Your success has been very inspiring indeed and will fuel us to continue working hard and pursuing excellence. Today, Dad is no longer the strange man who we had to call Dad. He is our dad with all the associated meanings to the word. I am so amazed at how he did all that while climbing the upper echelons of the Philippine National Police. So now I'll end my talk with a toast. And again, I'll ask you to stand up and cheers. And toast to my dad and his 38 years in the Philippine National Police, and to a longer life and health and wealth. Cheers to Dad. As a tribute, my brother and my sister would like to offer a song as entertainment for tonight.
Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. I have never been introduced so many times in my life until now. Again, my name is Rafael Zoe, or Fiel, as what my dad wants to call me. Of course, he was not successful as Shrine became my nickname instead. Well, that is a story for another day. Anyway, I have here my siblings, Attorney Desiree Divina. Please step forward and acknowledge the crowd. And Ram Ferdinand.
Good evening.
My dad's almost junior. I said almost because at home, it's always that one rank higher than him ang nasusunod, and that's my mother. Kidding aside, we are standing here in front of you today to dedicate a song to make this event even more special. We immediately agreed to it and chose a song that is very close to our hearts. You see, our dad, amongst other policemen, are dedicated their lives to the service. This has been his lifelong career, and today, as he become a civilian, I am sure that our dad, Ferdinand Orcales Divina, has touched your hearts and left a fine print that you will cherish forever. We are singing this song to symbolize Dad's line of duty, and that is to serve and protect for a better society. To all of you, please feel free to sing along and enjoy the song. Thank you and good evening.